Hey folks, Patrick Francie here. Welcome to the Rain Channel. I am joined today by a good friend and longtime trusted partner with the Real Estate Investment Network, Mr. Randy Dyck of Eximus Real Estate. And Randy, we've got a live event coming up real soon. But before we get to that, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, and I'm looking forward to the live event.
So yeah, me too. But let's talk a little bit about what is happening in the BC market. You know, as we reach out to the RAIN community, the members in the community in general, we do have a live event coming up. It's actually quite full, but we still want to just push the envelope. We want everybody that can get in that room to be there. We'll talk about that in a minute, but let's talk about British Columbia. Let's talk about real estate investing. And I'd like your view. I mean, you've been doing this a long time. Like me, you've been through highs and lows and ups and downs. And, you know, when you look at what's going on in the real estate market right now, you know, should investors just like sit back and hide or sit on the sidelines, or what kind of guidance are what are you thinking? What kind of guidance are you giving your clients?
Yeah, great question. I would never sit on the sidelines. You always want to at least be in the game, looking to make a play of some sort, and those are always different depending on the season that we're in, the cycle of the market that we're in. But you always need to be active and at least in the game, so you understand what's happening as far as the market is. And there's always a buy to be had, and as we know, it is always the buy where the profit is made. So stay active and be active in the marketplace. But as far as the market is concerned, yeah, it's a challenging market. Volume of sales is down considerably, but interesting enough, inventory is still very, very low. And so when you do see something that kind of perks your interest, often there's a few people chasing that property down. And so, we still see multiple offers happening on properties that appear to be very good value. And
when they're priced right.
When they're priced right, of course, when they're priced right. Now, the challenge, go ahead.
So I want to look at, when I'm thinking about when, some of the guidance that I'm giving the RAIN community and investors is, to your point, don't sit on the sidelines. It's actually right now is where there are opportunities, looking and creating opportunities that are sometimes about solving problems. And we're starting to see the number of problems that need to be solved actually start to escalate. No surprise about that, given what's happening economically with interest rates, et cetera. We often say, don't follow the herd. You see this big herd of people going over there. They all hung a left. And there's really just a small number of people at the front of that herd, and everybody's just mindlessly following them. You and I have been at the game a long time. We're saying, don't follow the herd. We're not just saying jump in, but we're saying step back and actually think about going the other direction. And in this case, what we mean by going the other direction is recognize that the opportunities are still there for real estate investors who have a strategy, have a plan, have the right people on their team, and really think about what it is they're trying to achieve. So we got a live event coming up in British Columbia. Specifically, we're kind of went central, if we could, to the best we could. We're in Langley, so that kind of covers the community in Chilliwack, Mission, Abbotsford, et cetera, and then Lower Mainland and even some of Vancouver, and whoever else might want to come in. We got the room set up, and what we're going to be talking about is a couple different things. I'm going to show up, talk about what's happening economically, macro and micro. But we're also going to investigate the alternative or different ways to invest in real estate, put your capital to work. Do you want to expand on that a little bit? Because you come to the table with lots of background in that space.
Yeah. You're so right, though, Patrick. When the herd's going one way, you hear this, I can't make it work. F real estate investing, and that's the time when there's really good opportunities, and they may be in different areas. And so that's what we're going to talk about and touch on Wednesday evening. We're going to talk about other options that actually have incredible returns. What are the challenges for us as investors? The high interest rates, poor or no cash flow, financing hurdles that are just, it's really, really challenging to get financing together. But what if there was another option there that was available that could return significant, maybe even up to something like 14% per annum. I've got something that I'm going to share on Wednesday evening that has almost a guaranteed 14% per annum in real estate, of all things.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to walk through a number of things that have some, short-term plays, longer-term plays that I think will be really interesting and beneficial to our audience.
So if you're listening to this, folks, and you're saying F real estate, you need to just take a breath, come on out on the 27th, on Wednesday, September 27th. That's this week, 2 days away. Randy and I are going to be hosting in Langley. We got a great venue lined up and an opportunity. The link is in actually the description. And, there's another side to this that I think, we want to make a commitment to. I'll make a commitment. I'm going to speak on your behalf because we really haven't talked about this, but I want to do an open Q&A. Something I want to give the community some time to pick our brains, to actually dig into some maybe specifics, and to the degree that we can support or others in the room can support, come get your questions answered. Come with your questions, and then we're going to do everything we can to make sure we get those questions answered and make sure that you walk away at least having some additional insights. So I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit, and I'm willing to take it on. I'll do the same for me. We look at interest rates. We look at what's going on economically. I don't know about you, but I've had a handful of properties that I've had to renew mortgages on. What about you? You in that scenario, or you're kind of good?
No, I'm in that scenario as well, where I've got properties that, our rates have moved up significantly. Our cash flow is down significantly. And, it's not a comfortable place to be. However, what I'm going to share with the RAIN community on Wednesday is things that I've done. This is a strategy that I've used over 25 years that has helped me build some significant wealth through real estate.
Yeah.
And even in these times where it's really, really challenging, this strategy that I'm going to share with you is still a method of gaining some great ground on your freedom plan, your legacy financial freedom plan. So pretty excited about it.
So here's a question though. Let's expand on it. If you've got a lock-in rate, or if you've got to make a rate decision, what is your strategy right now? What is the rate decision you're making? Are you you're getting short-term, locked in, open variables? What are you doing?
We're doing short-term right now, short-term, and we expect rates to come down, but that changes on a weekly basis. I know it's so tricky. We are in a tricky place right now, and there's no better place to be than in the RAIN room to help with understanding the trickiness of the market.
Yeah, I've done a little bit of a combination. I've got a light industrial that I had to renew. God, it was painful. It was like just over 10% on that light industrial commercial. Yeah. And,
Wow.
and the thing is that even on a fixed rate, I didn't want to go 3 years or 5 years. And that would have made my rate like 9.25% or something. But I just go, no, I'm not going to lock that in for 3 years. It just was not of interest to me. So these are the decisions that we make as investors. We don't know. We make our best call based on the thesis that we arrive at. We don't know what the Bank of Canada is going to do. We don't know what the government of Canada is going to do. I don't think they know what they're going to do, because arguably they don't know what the hell they're doing. That's just my view. That's not Randy's view, by the way. That's just me doing what I do.
I'm with you on that one. Right there with you.
So listen, we can't take life too seriously. We do take it seriously, but we got to just get together, surround yourself with like-minded people, get in a room full of others that are facing challenges. There's probably some wins that somebody can share and kind of light us up. But anyways, come on out. Join us Wednesday, September 27th. We are in Langley. The room is limited. We're kind of hitting the top of the limit of those numbers, but get in there. We'll get you registered, and click on the link below. Hope to see you there. Randy, as always, thanks for your time and your support of the community. Love to have you, and look forward to Wednesday night.
Wednesday's going to be great. Can't wait.